Lizzo accused of sexual harassment and fat-shaming. 3 former dancers allege the singer contributed to creating a hostile work environment. They claim she made unwanted sexual advances, body-shamed them, and withheld their pay. Canada puts cancer warnings directly on cigarettes. The new measure requires tobacco companies to print graphic images and text messages on individual cigarettes, such as "smoking causes cancer" and "quit now." Canada is the first country in the world to implement such a policy. Family of woman whose cells were taken settle case. The descendants of Henrietta Lacks, whose cancer cells were used for medical research without her consent, reach an agreement with a biotech company that profited from them. They will receive compensation and recognition for their ancestors' contribution to science. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has been charged with 4 counts of attempting to overturn the 2020 election by spreading lies about fraud and pressuring officials to change the results. He is the first president in U.S. history to be indicted 3 times. A Ukrainian grain silo has been damaged and fires have broken out in the Danube port of Izmail after Russian drones attacked the area. The attack is seen as a new tactic by Russia to cut off Ukraine's alternative routes for exporting its grain. Thousands of soldiers and police have surrounded an area bigger than New York City and El Salvador in the latest crackdown on gangs. The operation is aimed at dismantling the MS-13 and Barrio 18 gangs, which control most of the territory. Nigerian singer Wizkid has become the latest Afrobeat star to make history with a sold-out stadium show in London. He performed to a crowd of 20,000 at the O2 Arena, following in the footsteps of fellow Afrobeats artists Davido and Burna Boy. He also brought out special guests like Skepta, LMI, and Thames. Environmental activists have draped UK Chancellor Rishi Sunak's mansion in black cloth to protest his climate policies. They accuse him of failing to deliver on his green promises. They demand he stops funding fossil fuels and supports a just transition to renewable energy. The descendants of Henrietta Lacks, whose cancer cells were used for medical research without her consent, have reached an agreement with a biotech company that profited from them. They will receive compensation and recognition for their ancestors' contribution to science.